CBB's Louis Walsh turned evil king this evening as he was nominated to rule over the rest of the housemates, and he grinned maniacally as he confessed the most wicked thing he'd ever done. Just as celebrity Big Brother star Louis Walsh was recovering from the shock of surviving the harsh double eviction earlier in the week, he was faced with a tough question: the most evil action he'd taken in his life. However, he didn't hesitate before responding that it was inflicting a lot of bad pop songs on the public. The former music manager and X Factor judge has already had a series of run-ins with his former protégés, from calling Jedward vile to branding Ronan Keating a wannabe who had to be stopped. After describing the latter, with whom he worked on hits like Life is a Roller Coaster, AP***K, and Storming, "He hasn't had a hit record since I left," some fans were starting to rage that it wasn't the songs he'd inflicted but his attitude to the people singing them. However, tonight, his swipe saw him labeled the most evil housemate, along with Zeze Mills, and the pair were told they'd spend the day ruling over the others from the tower. Crowned king and queen as part of a twisted fairy tale plot, they were given the green light to feast on quality food, while the others became Cinderella-like figures, forced into eating gruel. Housemates were given the instruction that they must serve their evil rulers at all times. However, there were clashes between the king and queen as they disagreed over which three people to brand the most heartless, and Louis selected David Potts totally against Zeze's will. Visibly uncomfortable as Louis went to joke that he'd pick Fern Britton just to test her, she disagreed and added, "You just want to see David go through hell again." As the pair played out their power struggles, Louis jibed, "I think it's time for a new queen," while she retorted, "I think it's time for a new king." Taking to Twitter, one fan exclaimed, #Zeze is the housemate suffering the most in this task and she's the one that's supposed to be queen. However, another wrote, "This argument is hilarious. They're absolutely roasting each other but somehow staying in character." #CBB, as Coronation Street star Colson Smith, was the third to be labeled the most heartless housemate, again. Just to test him, fans couldn't help but recall his previous sobbing episode in the toilet after Levi Roots had described him as boring. Colson sobbed when he got called boring. Imagine how he'll feel about heartless. One viewer pointed out,